Hello and welcome to my podcast. This is E.M.D. and I'm coming to you today with some warm emotions and feelings. I'm so happy to be here. There's a lot that's been going on in my life recently. I recently was assaulted at my work and was hit by one of the kids. And now I'm recovering. I have a concussion, and so I've been having to take things really easy, really slow. And in doing so, I felt really guided to kind of talk for a little bit, really dive into my mind and what I've been thinking. And I came up with like a whole list of prompts to talk to myself about, because that's what you do when you're inspired by something and you want to talk about something, and yet you gotta put yourself on it. You gotta make an idea. At least for me, I like to plan. I like to keep all my ideas somewhere. And so I have this, you can't really see it, but a bunch of prompts in there. And so, I'm hoping to get to all of them eventually and work through them. So, last time we talked about speaking your truth and why that's so important. And the next prompt after that is, what is your truth? And I guess it comes back to your story and to the narrative you tell yourself about your life, about your circumstances. That is who you are. That is the truth. And it's everything you've seen, everything you've done. Truth is something that is tangible and is achievable. Because if it's tested and it's still conclusive that it's true and that it's real and that it's possible, then yes, that statement or that thing is true. So, my cat came and cuddled me earlier, and I'm just like, my nose and my whole face is itchy. I probably shouldn't be rubbing my face. It's probably... yeah. Well, anywho, back to what I was saying. I mentioned that I wanted to know what the truth is. And this is something I constantly question, especially with religion and everything that is said, and how everything in religion, whichever one you go to, is told and said to be the real deal, the truth, the holy scriptures. And I want to know, what is real underneath all these things, underneath every religion? If we deconstruct it all and we come down to the root of every single religion, what is at the center? And this could be ranging anywhere from atheism and the belief that there is nothing, to being a Christian and believing that there is a heaven and a hell, to different denominations of Christianity and the different levels of heaven that are talked about, the different discussions of the process to achieve heaven. And then we can go into Buddhism and going into the Tao, and we begin to see death as more part of the experience, and that life is the experience, and that is our goal in life, is to find that experience of heaven on earth. And as creators and as creations, we are brought to create heaven on earth, create peace, create love. And there are many individuals out there right now that have found that state of mind, have found that peace within themselves, and it's about raising the vibration of the people around you. Because the more of us that are focused on this mindset and on feeling this peace, the more collectively, we'll come into this place of unity. And I really, really want to push this, that unity is peace. One collective of people all around the world coming together to form a peace of mind, to understand all the different parts, all the different things that can be stretched or torn apart, and they can all be put back together. It is like a puzzle, yet it's a 3D puzzle, and there's pieces on each level, starting at the core all the way to, I believe, the mantle, the farthest surface. If you think about, like, in science, when we look at the earth and we see all the different layers that it takes to get to the surface, we can grasp this understanding that there are layers to everything. Even us, we have our skeletal system, our muscular system, our nervous system. We have layers, and so does every creature and everything. And so with all these connections and all these things, there has to be something. And maybe it is nothing. Maybe it is simply forming ourselves back into the earth, coming right back up from where we started. We are all one. When we die, we all go back to the start. Death is like birth. Imagining yourself in that coffin, if you choose to be buried in the soil, you're resembling and symbolizing going back to where you once started. And it's the cocoon, it is the sleeping, it's the quiet, dark, just like the womb. At this time there's no nutrients, there's nothing feeding you, and so you begin to feed the earth around you. And as you feed the earth around you, things start all over again. It's a cycle. And it's quite beautiful. So, now that I've talked to you for a bit, I have to ask you, what is the truth?